And we begin this morning with the latest on that devastating school shooting in Nashville, Tennessee. This morning, we're getting our first look at the disturbing new surveillance video of the suspect. We do want to warn you, the video is upsetting.
Yeah, it shows the shooter, a former student, police say, shooting out the doors of the school and wandering through the halls with what appears to be an assault-style rifle. Investigators say the suspect, Audrey Hale, was killed by officers as they were rushing into the building. This morning, we know the victims include 3 students, all 9 years old. Their names, Evelyn Dickhouse, Hallie Scruggs, and William Kinney. Also killed, a substitute teacher, Cynthia Peak, the school's head, Catherine Kuntz, and custodian Mike Hill. Vigils for the victims were held around Nashville last night, with many turning to their faith to process their pain.
It's baffling. It doesn't make sense. You can't make sense out of it why someone would hurt children like that.
It's disgusting, and I have no words. Like, I'm just trying to process it all.
Jay Gray. So, Jay, the past 24 hours have obviously been very painful, but also familiar. Take us through the timeline here and how this all came to an end.
Yeah, and Joe, I think you make a great point. The location's changed. Now it's the Covenant School here in Nashville, but it's a uniquely American tragedy that just continues to unfold. It all started just after 10 o'clock yesterday at the school just over my shoulder here, as the suspect, Audrey Hale, according to surveillance video and investigators, pulled into the parking lot, parked, and then shot the glass doors of the school, climbing through the door frame and into the hallway, stalking those halls with at least 2 semi-automatic style assault rifles and a pistol, firing indiscriminately, not targeting anyone specifically, but just whomever she came across in the hallways, as you talked about, killing 3 9-year-old students and 3 staff members there before police rushed in, hearing the shots on the 2nd floor of the school, and rushed and stopped that shooter.
Jay, let's talk about the 6 victims, 3 staff members, 3 students, just 9 years old. What are we learning about those victims?
Yeah, it's horrible. You had the headmaster of the school that was killed, as well as you talked about a custodian and substitute teacher. Then one of those students, Hallie Scruggs, the daughter of the pastor of the Covenant Presbyterian Church, which is alongside this school. A very tight-knit community. Only about 200 students enrolled in the Covenant School. It's for students between preschool and 6th grade, so everyone here knows everyone and is suffering just terribly this morning, Joe.
So, Jay, of course, the question that everyone wants answers, the question investigators are looking into, is why. We do know the suspect is 28 years old, a former student at that school. What else are police saying about a possible motive?
Yeah, and what police are pointing to is really writings, including what they call a manifesto, that was recovered from the vehicle in the parking lot, which suggested a possible motive in this case, as well as the idea that the school may not have been the only target.
There's some belief that there was some resentment for having to go to that school, and that's why this incident occurred. It was going to be shootings at multiple locations, and the school was one of them. There was actually a map of the school detailing surveillance entry points.
Yeah, look, there was a map inside that school. It was really detailed on how to get in and how to avoid being detected. We don't know what the other possible targets were at this point, though the chief here in Nashville does say that there is more information coming in, and information he could share in the next few hours.
You know, Jay, this is a part of the country where faith runs deep. We saw a number of vigils were already held last night. What are you hearing from people in the community? How are they reacting to this tragedy?
You know, Joe, I think that everyone here is still stunned, shocked, and really in disbelief that this could unfold. This is a quiet little section of Nashville south of the downtown area. It's very close. The families here all know one another. As we talked about, only 200 students enrolled in the school here. And the school says they kept it that way because they wanted to keep a family atmosphere. Well, this morning, that family is suffering greatly and will be for quite some time.
All right. Jay Gray reporting from Nashville. Jay, thank you so much.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.